Excellent. On that note, we're here. What? Oh my God, what is happening? Oh, I need to fix this. Is that okay? Jesus Christ. We are just peak performance. All right. There we go. Oof. All right. Well, we're back. Welcome back to Lines in the Lies. This is D&D doing it live. Dealio. I'm that Magic Juice, your host, GM, and cat wrangler. Apparently, I got to wrangle myself even today. This is going to be great. We're going to go around the table, introduce ourselves, our characters, recap what happened last time. I'm going to need help with that. And then go. We are down one Ashen Rabbit today. She is having a fun trip, so we will be... Are you guys going to pilot Pumpkin, or are we just going to have her omnipresent? Okay, if we do and you change your mind, cool. So we'll start with Andrea while I fix my stupid camera. Shit, hang on, guys. Sorry. I'm glad I caught it now, but the audio is not working.
Oh no!
Okay, Andrea, say something real quick.
Something real quick.
Okay, can you go again, please?
Something real quick.
No, I mean like your intro for your character.
Oh.
They missed the whole discussion of Dave Matthews shitting on Chicago.
They did.
It's okay, we got to add it back in just then.
My bad.
Anyway, hi, I'm Andrea again. Also Glassy Woodtown, also playing Alaska Jane, Paladin, Ayun. Great. Yeah, go team. Logan.
Hi, I'm Logan. I go by Nerdwardo on the internet. I'm playing Kazan Kabar, Socio-Anarchist, Clockwork Soul, Sorcerer, Hexblade Warlock, Word Salad, etc. Moving that over to Sam.
I'm Sam. I play Bastet Campbell. She is a Eldritch fighter, Tabaxi bard. I did that backwards. She is a Tabaxi Eldritch fighter bard. Yeah, that one. And she loves her family, and she doesn't have anything mean or terrible in her backstory, and that's great.
Excellent.
Go on, Vic.
The anti-edgelord.
No edgelord. I am playing Odysseia. She is a Shatterkai cleric bard, and she is just a lightly spooky nerd.
Excellent.
That's what she is.
Excellent. Okay, so last time we sort of like wrapped up what the semi game plan is with Tasha, Illustrial, and Mordenkainen for finding the Rod of Seven Parts, which is basically the curated plan B for the wish spell that they botched, or so it seems. There's like running theories of was it actually botched or not. But anyway, you guys have traveled back to Neverwinter with means to communicate with those wizards when you need to or they need to, in order to get going with that part of our adventure. And it looks like you guys have some stuff you wanted to do here. You caught up with Lord Neverember. at least a bit after going back into the mausoleum catacombs to try and find the last captured. What do I want to call them? I guess highbrow. It was, yeah. We knew it was people who had significant knowledge or secrets or what have you that the cult of Vecna is basically trying to cultivate for his big ritual. Indrina is nowhere to be found. All evidence points to she has been unalived. You have her remains in a container, right? So like a sort of urn. Purchase an urn.
Kazan bullied a potter.
To be fair, there would be a different course of events on if we went to a potter or if we went to a person who like sells caskets and just mortuary stuff.
I believe we stated we went to a potter and you were mean to them.
Yes.
Okay.
That
was an oversight on my end.
It's okay. I gave them a whole of gold because some people here appreciate craftsmanship.
Excellent.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so you have those. Lord, I believe you asked Lord Neverember to. Did you ask him to get those to her next of kin, or did you ask him to try to get them here?
We were going to split off, and Kazan and I were going to go talk to the guards and see if they remembered anything from last night, basically.
Yes.
Of anyone escaping, and then the other team was going to go deliver the remains, and then we were all going to be back up and try and talk to Eldon again and try and get his secret.
Yeah, I think Pumpkin and I were going to return Indrina and go see Eldon and just like check in and maybe do like some light shopping and then meet at Bast, because I think Bast is like going straight to see the fam.
Yeah.
And then everybody is meeting at our house, at my house,
for dinner. Yeah.
And
I'm also down to go along on the Eldon trip because I know Kazan and I are higher in charisma.
Yes.
So we might be better in the convincing side if we wanted to do that one as a bigger team.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And Bost, your place of residence is in Neverwinter?
Just outside.
Just outside. Okay.
Yeah.
I now have an actual map of Neverwinter for us.
Oh, and we all got houses.
Yeah,
we all got houses.
I still maintain we should all have one house because I don't think that we should make the city maintain 4 houses, 4.5 houses.
But like he gave us keys, right?
Right. But we were also told by the DM over the table that we could decide if we wanted it to be a bunch of houses or not.
Copy.
Yeah, you could you can have a maximum of 1 house per character. If you want to have fewer because people want to share, that's fine. They are fully stocked including like full-time staff to like
and that's
maintain and cook and stuff like that. It's paid for by the city.
That's why I thought it was better to have 1 house instead of 5. Or 2 houses because it will be everybody's house and the boss family's house and the Campbell house.
Nope, not that one. Where'd it go?
But see, I think
I mean, Boss isn't living with the rest of us anyway because she doesn't like any of us. But the rest of us, it's fine if we fucking live in a house together.
And that's
like I know Kazan and I know Odysseus, so I don't mind living with them. And if Odysseus knows Pumpkin, obviously Odysseus doesn't mind living with Pumpkin.
I feel like Odysseus would be down to live with Pumpkin. I don't think Odysseus would be down to live with anyone else. I think she would be down to be neighbors.
Right, and then we were talking about like we had this whole conversation about like would it be a whole bunch of individual houses or would it be a commune? And Kazan immediately gave his house away to someone else. So I was like, let's just have 1 fucking house.
I would immediately find a homeless family and be like, here's a house, it's free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like
let's just have 1 house.
Hold on, let's look at this map here.
Yeah.
Let's look at this map over here.
We're stalling for you, Juice.
There's really
examining the housing market.
Yeah, there's really nothing I need stalling for at this point. We're just gonna kind of get to stuff when we get to it.
But hold on, let me look at this map over here.
All right.
Because I'm just saying, if there's like a small cluster of houses,
There's all kinds of
there are several. Yeah.
There's like back here. There's some like duplex situations.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we
like-
could do.
Kind of like in this area, like southeast of the party Gandalf. There's like a
Or
little...
hold on. Sorry, I have to find the pointer. What about this bad boy? So it is a very big house with 2 garages, and then the side house that could be Odyssea's, right? And so it's got multiple floors, 2
Right.
garage ports, and then the what's it?
carriage house?
Thank you. I vote this one.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant. Was like a big house that had like a shit ton of rooms, or like a house very close to / in the same neighborhood as the Campbell household.
Where do I think? I feel like the Campbell household is sort of, like,
Why do we do that?
I
The
had put
circle?
it sort of like in this far, like, we're sort of in the woods, right? Again, we are outside of Neverwinter.
So I think if this is the best, did I do this correctly? How do I fucking do this? If this is the best
You-
Campbell household, can you see that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think Odyssey and Pumpkin are gonna live here. So we're like across the street, but also we're not sharing a wall with 13 children.
Then yeah, why don't we
But-
just like 3 houses?
Well,
or,
sorry, go
or
ahead.
like
What?
I was thinking like that house, that giant house is probably like a fucking school or something.
Yeah, it's probably already in use.
Yeah, but I like the idea of like like a house with like an attached house or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that works.
Yeah, it's
here's
fine.
the other thing. The Campbells will not move into Neverwinter permanently. This will be a vacation household. So that
City
is
home,
not
country
something-
home.
Yeah. Like, this is where Nathan will come if he has to like do research or something, but like, we're not gonna live in the fucking city. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, then we don't need a house that big either, because even if it's like, get us find us a duplex that has an extra room, then like,
I
and we'll just
mean,
take both ends of the duplex.
we'll
so
still
that-
need. We'll
What
still
if the
need
kids go to
occasional-
college in the city?
Is the whole family coming to the Neverwinter house?
Occasionally,
Okay.
I still want them to have fun times in Neverwinter
Sure.
occasionally, but like, they have to train, and we need space for them to train.
Sure.
Like, having 12 children train in the middle of a city. Ugh. But
I mean-
that's why we're in
Yeah.
the woods. They can do
Sure.
whatever the fuck they want in the woods, and nobody bothers us.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
yeah. But, you know, having a nice big house in the middle of the city that, you know, to broaden their horizons and blah, blah, blah.
Totally.
Okay. They can get some actual book learning in.
Sure. So we'll take the yeah. Why don't we just do, if we do like that big giant house, in general, most of it is like potential Campbell space. Kaz and I will not take up that much room. And then yeah, I think that side, whether it's a wall or maybe there's like a courtyard, a walkway through the middle, so they're not actually 2 attached houses.
Okay.
Could be
That works for me.
the Odyssey pumpkin. Cool. That was the decision we
So-
have made.
Yes.
Okay.
The insane decision we've made.
So that's that. There is a garden in between, and that's going to be Pumpkin's
Yes.
garden.
Sure.
Yes. I like it.
Okay.
Did we screw anything up for you in that decision making? Great.
all.
I love that.
Yeah. We can move whatever a large academic institution that is supposed to be to a different location.
Yeah, move it. That's what
How
we'll
do we want to label it? Let's make a
Oh, now
fancy
it's-
label.
Now it's party name time. Now we gotta come up with something.
I had ideas, but now they all seem bad.
Goodness.
Hmm.
I wanted to do
Let's
like the spleen of
put
Vecna, but then I was like, that's too silly.
I think Kidney Stone of Vecna is still a banger.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, let's put a little star on it so that we don't have to where's Waldo every single time.
Do we have a?
I can draw a rectangle.
Yeah. Do we have shapes?
Rectangle.
Oh yeah.
That's not great, but
That's a very small rectangle.
well, it's a bright color that is not the same color as anything else. So
Okay, I'll try to remember.
all right.
I remember.
Great. Okay.
There you go, a little
Thank
bigger.
you. Thank you for
Okay.
allowing me to go on that rant. I love this.
Hell yeah.
Moving on. What is that?
That'll work.
There we go.
Yeah. That's our home.
It's
Yay!
your manor.
Impromptu moat.
Yep. All right. So the party's splitting up, doing a couple different things. Would anybody like to go first?
Can I just make a point of we wanted to go through the bag of holding to see if there's anything we wanted to get rid of, and then Pumpkin and Odysseus were planning to go functionally shopping and selling like market time. Is there anything in the bag of holding that we would want to go through and be like, we don't need this, can we sell it?
I don't really
I don't know
think...
if that's like a right now thing or not.
Yeah,
but
maybe why don't we do
yeah.
that after dinner, like tomorrow as a shopping, because we still have to spend we're waiting an additional day after this day before we go back to the wizards because
Okay,
they're
cool.
building us the second set of sending stones.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So we have a whole second day to kill if we want to do that. Like after dinner, we could check out our big new house and rifle through the bag.
Cool. Sounds great. Thank you.
Cool. Do we want to start with Kaz and I go talk to the guards?
I'm down to go first.
Sweet. If that happens, like as we would split off, I would also take the gold harp out of my bag and hand it to Odysseus and Pumpkin because it also belonged to Indrina. If you're dropping off the remains.
Yeah, that's what I was
Cool.
planning to do.
Figured the harp should be with them.
Yeah.
To the guards.
Warp effect.
Okay. So one, there are a couple of different factions that I did not mention last time. So just like for history of Neverwinter lesson, real quick, there are essentially there is a faction called the Grey Cloaks, and this is more of a like police militia kind of setup for those guys. It's about 400 strong, kind of in like rotating active duty throughout the city and especially night watch. And then there is the Neverwinter Guard, which is like their active military. So sometimes the Neverwinter Guard will assist with like regular patrolling situations and looking into when there are problems. But for the most part, you will be probably interacting with Grey Cloaks unless you say otherwise and want to go some other direction. We did say that there were 2 guards that did see some suspicious activity the previous evening.
Right.
And you said you wanted to talk to them. And I believe we had Never Ember saying that he could summon them by this time today for you.
Right.
And then I will say that I had done a quote unquote request that no matter that however we meet, Never Ember is not present, and then it's just
Yes.
the guards and
You
us.
did want it to be just basically the 4 of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
or whoever goes to do it. If he had said alone at first, and I was like, I'm not fucking letting you task the cards
Right.
alone.
Right.
Yeah.
You got a little too much questionable stuff that I'm not letting you do that.
Okay,
Oh,
so we'll start then with basically Never Ember giving you the room essentially with those two guards, and everybody
Sure.
else has kind of started to disperse to your other things that you're doing. So we'll start with you guys, and the guards will introduce themselves as Bridgen Glav and Strum Greenwalker. Both have fairly nice. Think like if you've seen Game of Thrones. Think like the White Cloaks, the King's Guard kind of setup. They have really nice armor, and it's obvious that they are part of the Grey Cloaks Guard. They each have a fairly nice longbow, short sword, couple of knives. What you would understand to be kind of a standard setup for guards that are well supplied.
I would probably be standing closer to the door to meet them as they come in, as opposed to it being like having to like walk up to a situation.
Okay.
I would greet them at the door and go, oh, good morning. Are you familiar with why you've been summoned here?
Yes, it's our understanding that Lord Neverember wishes to have you take our report on mysterious sightings last night.
Wonderful. Yes, my colleague and I were going to just inquire about just the specifics of that situation and like where those figures have gone, or where you at least saw them headed to, where they came from, etc.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Alaska Jane.
So they'll both be like clearly attentive to what you're doing and generally like respectful with both of you, and going with what you're trying to get here. What's his name? Bridgen will speak up first and say, well, I was patrolling outside of the cemeteries at about midnight last night when I saw 4 people in hooded cloaks scrambling away to the southwest, and then he'll point to Strum, and Strum will say, yes, I saw those same 4 hurriedly leaving the south gate.
Okay.
Might they have been carrying anything with them?
From what I could tell, they only had the clothes on their back, perhaps a coin purse or some small items, but they were far enough away and in the dark leaving that I could not get a very good close look at them. I did hail for them to stop, but they were too far away for me to give honest chase.
How far away were you, roughly, if you recall? Were you on one of the towers around around that gate, or were you more on the street level?
I was in the street, a few hundred feet away when I saw them.
Remind me, were they in the fancy part of the graveyard or the normal part of the graveyard?
Bridgen will chime in again.
Great.
I'm not sure exactly which they were leaving, but I did spot them outside of the Pauper's graveyard.
Sure. Did either of you hear any chanting or large magical like whoosh noises? I'm sorry, are you not like accustomed to whoosh? It is a technical term.
Sorry, what is your just so that we have a basis for like your experience, how long have you each been members of the Grey Cloaks, just so that we don't end up just spitting a bunch of jargon at you?
Alaska, they're both gonna look at each other for your question and just shake their heads with like a no idea what you're talking about kind of look on their faces.
Fair.
Kaz, they will both respond that they've been part of the Grey Cloaks for near a decade.
Mm.
Have you encountered a lot of magical oddities in your in both of your times as members of this great club?
Nothing out of what I guess we would call ordinary. I mean, we haven't had anything like the recent cult activity in either of our time here. We have run into and talked with the guard and the many-starred cloak and the craftsmen and wizards that work with the embattlements for the city walls and such, but I suppose you're more referring to nefarious activities, are you not?
Mostly so, yes. Just to gauge your capability when it comes to the to that kind of situation, that does seem to be what we're dealing with, is quite a large amount of nefarious magic.
No, I can't say that we have. I mean, we had been brought up to speed before your group's arrival to help with the situation of missing people that we couldn't seem to get on top of ourselves. And, beyond that, I can't say I've experienced anything myself, and the other will kind of nod and agree along as if his experience is the same. Let's have both of you make a quick history check.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. 5.
26 with a natural 20.
Okay, so Kazan doesn't really know much about Neverwinter, it seems. Alaska, the things that they're saying are in alignment with what you know about Neverwinter. So this is obviously a large city. And he mentioned like wizards and craftsmen for embattlements. They have you can actually see a couple, I think, on this map.
Yeah.
There are towers along the walls that basically have like magic missile catapults. So like mages and craftsmen in the city like actively work on these regularly, whether it's making ammunition or repairing existing ones. And they have been used in not so distant past to defend the city. And then this mention of the Covenant, the Many-Starred Cloak, these are other factions of, in those cases, wizards and mages that operate out of the city for many different purposes, but for the good of the city, essentially. So everything they're saying basically checks out with what you know and understand about how this place runs and operates.
Cool. Great. Thank you for that information and keeping us up on the general histories of the town. Also, speaking of those 4 guys, do they maybe have any other than just the cloaks, any like insignia or anything on them that you might have noticed? Hell yeah.
They were too far away to see anything very clearly.
Understood. Yeah, I don't know what other information we want out of these guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to ask in terms of relevance to the people who fled, because I feel like we've gotten a solid amount. Like, we know what direction they went in.
Why don't we pause here and give you guys a little extra time to think about it? Maybe DM each other if you come up with anything else, and we'll flip over to Odysseia and Pumpkin, if you're okay with that, Vic.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's happening for you guys?
I believe that we asked the Lord where Indrina, like where her family lived. I believe we got that information, but if not, like, is there a way for me to acquire that information to know where?
I'm just gonna say
yes.
yes.
I would have asked him.
Yeah,
so.
I do remember that conversation happening. I don't remember what.
I did.
What we concluded.
I don't remember if we.
So I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I feel like the answer was
now.
yes. he could,
Okay.
if he didn't have it, I'm sure he could figure it out. He's the fucking Lord of
Yeah.
Neverwinter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she does
So-
have family kind of in various places along the Sword Coast. She was an actress, so she traveled a fair amount. But she does have family in Neverwinter. Yes.
Yeah, basically, like, is she married, or are there parents that, like, is there like a spouse or a parental person that I can go to be like, here is your person, I'm very sorry.
Right. A brother and
brother.
several cousins would be in Neverwinter. Yes.
Okay, I think I'm going to, Pumpkin and I will go to the brother's house.
Sorry, 1 second. What? Hang on, sorry. Oh, maybe I just spelled it wrong. There it is. Okay, yes. Okay. Looks like I get to make up surnames because Indrina didn't get one.
She's like,
Oh,
she doesn't
shit.
need one. She's like
Just
Cher.
She's
Yeah.
like Cher.
Yeah, there
She's
you
like,
go.
she's like Stephanie Germanato, like went to Lady Gaga, like, yeah.
True. All right, so we'll put you, let's say up here for funsies.
Hooray!
Somewhere over there.
Hooray! Okay, cool.
Okay,
Yep.
so you go in there.
Go there, knock on the door. Hopefully the brother is at home.
He is a
Excellent.
probably like mid 40s looking human man. Opens the door for you.
Do I know the brother's name also, by chance? Just so I cannot be like, hello, are you the brother of a woman?
Yes.
I promise I'm not a fan. I promise.
Shazed is his name.
Shazed. Okay, so she's gonna knock on the door with Pumpkin and be like, are you, Shazed, the brother of the actress Indrina?
Yes, I am. Is there news?
There is news, but it is not good, and I am sorry.
He's just gonna kind of sulk a little bit. You can tell that he's like in a worried state. Like it's no secret that his sister has been missing.
Yep.
And then he'll just kind of like look down and nod, like he's kind of accepting the news and says, well, at least this is better than no news, and now we know.
And we gathered her remains as much as we could, and we're gonna hand him the urn. We were sent to find her, and we were not able to rescue her in time, and we are so sorry. I do not know if in her fame she was able, I don't know if resurrection can do cremation because it says it can restore body parts, but I know it's expensive, but I also know she was an actress. I'm living in hope here.
Yep.
So she's just going to be like, we gathered as much of her remains as possible in the hope that if you could bring her back, and also give him the harp as well that we had found, that we know is hers, her golden harp.
Okay. He will take these, and have a sort of a demeanor of at least a small amount of relief
Yep.
Well, I'm sure that everything else can be handled now
Sure.
with the rest of the family. And was she was one of several. What of the others that were taken?
She was the only one we could not bring back.
Well, at least that's good news for the rest then.
We are so sorry.
I can assure you that I do not hold any fault to you. I'm sure that all of this was extremely dangerous and time sensitive, of course, and the fact that you were able to save other people tells me that we're the right people for the job.
Thank you. And I guess we're going to basically bow and leave. It's just a tragedy
Yeah.
in the end.
Okay. Bast, is there anything you would like to be doing during this specifically? Or are we kind of holding until dinner?
I mean, my whole conversation with Nathan and my children was gonna happen before dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Want to do that now?
Sure.
All right, where's home? Point me there again. Outside?
Yeah, so it's
Oh, it's probably not even like on the map, really.
yeah, I mean, it's just a little ways out, sort of here. Again, we're sort of like just inside the woods that everyone thinks is so scary, but Boss
Yeah.
grew up there, and so it's not all that scary. And again, plenty of places for the kids to play and train. You know, like, it'll teach them to keep on their toes if they run into something weird.
Okay. I didn't see your ping. Just give me
Oh.
like a general, was like north, south, east, west. Where was it?
Like sort of southeast side, like go out the
Like off that
southeast
road?
gate. Yeah, go out the
Okay.
southeast gate and more south than east.
Kind of there-ish.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
just would be further in the woods.
Just out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. When you get home, there are 12 children.
Yes.
Um,
Shoot, I forgot to send you. I forgot to send you their names.
That's okay. What if we just have me not do names?
That's fair.
But also, I forgot to grab my name plate as well,
Oh.
because I also gave them certain. Oh wait, is it down here? Yes, got it.
Excellent.
Haha.
All right.
I still
so
don't think I have something to send to you, but
that's all right. We can just wing it for now.
Yes.
Generally speaking, the house is rambunctious, which is not unusual for your horde, your brood, I should say. And Nathan is just kind of busy as usual, running around wrangling kids. Some of the kids are playing, some of them are eating, some of them are reading.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to hide behind some trees, and the first child that I see, I'm going to prestidigitation a fart coming from them, so that all of their brothers and sisters think that they are tooting.
Nice.
And see how long the kids take to realize that it's like that something weird is actually happening.
Okay. So you you imitate a fart sound, and the child that gets the sound, I'm gonna say, is one like in the middle of. Oh wait, no, was it? It was all one big litter, right? So they're all the same age.
It's 2 litters.
Two litters?
So let's say Silent Clover is the one that gets my wrath.
Okay.
Silent Clover is getting the toots, and and then Rebecca Marie is just laughing, and Christopher William is also making fun of her as well.
Nice.
Are
All
these
right.
in litter 1 or litter 2?
So Rebecca Marie is in litter 1, and Silent Clover and Christopher William are in litter 2.
Nice. All right, so you'll get a couple chuckles and like pointing and giggling, but it doesn't take very long from Rebecca Marie's confusion for them to realize, oh, this is a magic thing that somebody's doing again, because it happens all the time in your family, I'll say. And then they all start looking around to figure out who it was, and one of them will spot you only after a few seconds. Looks like they've got pretty keen senses and are used to this kind of prank.
Thanks. And then I'm gonna like bear down and say, "What do you got?"
Are they supposed to have something?
They're gonna fight me.
Oh, they're gonna fight you. All right. Is this like spellcasting fighting or like mom and kids wrestling?
Yes, I think is the answer.
Yeah, like they're always training.
What like quiverful movement army are you fucking building right now?
Seriously, what the?
I think Chasm was the problematic one.
Yeah,
they're all
Father-
boxing magic,
building an
right?
army of child soldiers.
Their father is a wizard.
Yep.
Their mother is a eldritch fighter bard.
Yep.
Come on, folks.
All right. So,
Yeah, so they could have had a normal fucking child life, and instead you're like, I'm building a cat army.
yep. Okay, so the three of them right here, all of the noise being made, some of the other ones will have heard and noticed that you're here now, and you're getting like the mom treatment. And the three immediately around you know what you're going for here, and one of the younger ones, I'm gonna say, is gonna like unsheath a wooden sword, like a sparring sword that they've been using to practice. And then the other two like start clapping their hands together like they're trying to cast spells, and one of them gets like little licks of flames and the other gets like little lightning claps. And then they start running after you to try to like put their hands on you to cast these spells, and the sword is like trailing behind.
I mean, I fully fold, and just let them grapple me in any way they want to.
Nice.
But yeah, I just, again, this is fully play fighting, but also I just wanted to see where they were
Nice.
in their training.
I'm gonna say for their age, doing pretty well.
Great.
How old are these two litters again?
So first litter is probably like 5 or 6, so they're almost grown.
Okay.
And then second litter is probably like 3, 4, somewhere in there. So they're still younger, but they're like fully into Baxi years. That's like you're ready to get out on the road, you know.
So they're like high school juniors and like high school freshmen.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're doing pretty well, and everybody seems happy, healthy, excited to see you. And even it's Nathan.
My husband is Nathan. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Even Nathan has now like more calmly but clearly happy to see you like come out as well, and like loosely trying to wrangle excitement while coming over to you.
Yeah, I give him a large embrace, and give him the big old smooches.
Yep.
And just say, yes, darling, we have a lot to talk about, and I don't know that you're going to be very happy with me or the situation.
Oh boy. That certainly has weight coming from you.
So, well, let's start with the good news. We have a new home in Neverwinter.
Oh?
Yes.
I was not aware we were looking for a new home.
I wasn't either. They generously offered it up. I said, sure, we'll take it during the summer, I guess. We will
so
be
your
sharing
assignment went that well.
Well, it's the other good news. So, funny story. I saw Tasha.
Oh, how is she?
She didn't know me.
Did something happen to her?
Nor did she know you. So, really, I met her first.
Judging by the smirk on your face, you're treating this as some competition.
Well, the Tasha that I met seems different from our Tasha. Still lovely, but
Say
different.
our Tasha. I'm confused.
I am too.
Well, she is a person of very mysterious ways. I stopped
Yes.
asking questions a long time ago.
Yes. So. Have you heard of Vecna?
Let's find out.
He's a
Yeah.
wizard. He's heard of
I mean,
Vecna.
yeah.
He's got to have, like, at least heard.
Rather colorful history around that one, yes.
Right. So this little find some missing people mission has gotten me connected to Vecna.
He's gonna have a shift from the like welcome back, playful demeanor, catching up on things, to like a more serious like, oh, and he'll turn toward all the kids running around, still kind of being rambunctious, and he'll say, "Kids, head inside, please. Continue your studies and everything you were working on." So now it's just the two of you.
Yeah.
And he will say, "Connected how?"
Well, somehow he is tied to all of the people that we were rescuing, and we found a book, and it was his book, and that book seems to have given us an extra boost of connection. And he sees us, and we see him.
Minor correction.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
You know for a fact that he is not aware of this connection.
Copy. Okay. So he doesn't see us.
He did see you the one time that
Okay.
you, and the very first session where you,
Okay.
like, he was, that apparition of him was like talking to the cultists, and then he vaporized them and
Mhm.
basically like did the witness me thing to you
Yeah.
guys. He did see you there.
Okay, but he hasn't seen us since.
Hasn't seen you since, and the wizards confirmed this, whatever
Okay.
this connection is, he is not aware of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something happened. We got connected to him. And now the most powerful wizards of our time, our lovely friend Tasha, Mordenkainen, and Indira. No, not Indira.
Illustrial.
No,
Illustrial.
Illustrial.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Indira died.
Yeah, yes,
Indira
that one
dead.
died. And
Oh.
Illustrial, they tried to stop him, but instead they pulled us even further.
You
And now,
met with those three names collectively.
yes, it was wild. They pulled us into a pocket dimension and everything. It was, well, a whatever you want to call it. It was very. It
Well,
was a whole.
This
Yes.
is turning out to be a story indeed.
Yes, darling. We got pulled onto different planes. I was so upset. I was so upset because I signed up to save 3 people, and then all of a sudden,
4.
well, originally,
Well, I mean, she technically only saved 3, so you did
we
exactly
did
what you
save
think you're
3
supposed to do.
people.
and actually, originally, we were just told we were supposed to find missing people. If you think
True.
about it,
Yeah.
so I signed up to find some missing people, and then all of a sudden, I'm getting pulled into different planes. So
Well,
I
you're
was-
back and seemingly okay.
yes, but I do need to go back.
Well, this wouldn't be the first time in this world that small endeavor turns into a giant.
Yes.
What is the word I'm looking for? Adventure.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know I don't need your permission, but I am going to need your support.
Of course.
I just, from the sounds of it, we will be pulled onto different planes and then gather things and then come back, and then we'll have time to spend with everyone here, and then we'll be pulled back again.
Remind me, Sam. He has been an adventurer himself, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when you start mentioning this stuff, he's actually gonna like go a little wide-eyed and perk up a bit, like you're triggering some exciting memories for him.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's your turn, is it not?
You know, I wish we could do this together.
Yes, but having 2 litters does change things. And it's not lost on me that this, whatever it is, will be dangerous for you. So anything I can do to help, of course, just let me know. But otherwise, I think you can trust that things will be taken care of here.
Are you ready to be a stay-at-home father for all by yourself for God knows how long?
We have friends that can come by here and there and mix things up.
Yes. Yes, how are we going to tell Natasha that her aunt doesn't know who she is? I don't know how this works.
Are you sure it was the same Natasha?
I don't know. She looked younger than when I remember us meeting her. But
Oh, baby.
But she knew she is younger than when we met her in our current year in a pocket dimension.
Well, I'm sure it's not lost on you that the mysteries of magic and various ways it can be used are vast and very difficult to understand sometimes.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
specifically Natasha. I mean,
Yes.
we know
Ah,
how quirky and different and just completely outside of our realms of understanding she can be sometimes.
yes. Oh, goodness gracious, that woman. But oh, they did send me home with something, and she pulls out the sending stone and hands it to you. And so, anytime the children want to chat or you need a little extra help keeping them in line, just let me know. Anywhere in the universe I am.
He's just gonna hold it up with a smirk and just say, handy little things. We will certainly use it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's much easier than me memorizing that silly spell. I don't.
I'll just have to make sure that the kids don't lose it.
Oh, yes, please. I have a feeling Natasha would be very upset about that. It took them a while to get us the first one.
Very well. Well, I must ask then, how long are you here before you have to leave?
A day and a half, 2 days.
Very well.
And also, Juice, over the table, my children do actually have something for me, in case you
Oh, they
forgot
do?
about that.
Oh shit!
Yes.
I did. I told you. Let me look. There.
And because it's spooky season, I do plan on making an actual physical version of this.
Nice. Oh, the spiritual focus.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, right. You were telling me about this. because you picked your bard class, your bard specialty college.
Yes.
It's so cool.
What is it?
Okay.
She's the College of Secrets or Whispers. Secrets.
Yeah, your kids.
Something like
Fuck
that.
yeah, dude.
I'm gonna say a couple of them are gonna come back from inside after they had kind of been told to go by Nathan here, so that you could have some privacy for this conversation. A couple more of this. I'm gonna say the more bold ones, the ones that maybe ADHD. They have a hard time remembering that they were given an instruction, and then they found this thing that they made for you and are bringing it back out now and hold it up to you. I'm gonna have you describe the way you want this thing to look.
Okay, so my children found a rat skull and then decided to do the most children's art project to it. And so this rat skull is completely decked out in dried macaroni and glitter and maybe some poof balls. But it is still small enough that it can fit into my pocket or in my bag at all times, and I can just hold on to it. And I see this and I say, "Oh, my dear sweet babies, this is the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen." You all are just the most magnificent artists, truly, truly. Did you get this from an owl pellet, or did you kill the rat yourselves?
Oh, we were practicing our spells, and I killed it. I killed it.
Oh, Bizarre Flame, I'm so proud of you.
Bizarre
I'm
Flame is the perfect name for the child that made this.
These names are great.
Bizarre Flame, I'm so proud of you. This is a very large rat. You did a very good job.
He's gonna be like sitting like superhero pose, hands on his hips, looking away, chest puffed out a little bit, like he's proud of himself.
Oh. Oh. I will keep this with me all the time. This is what will keep me with you at all times. And Daddy has a little stone that will keep me with you. But that stone has to stay above the refrigerator. If you use it, you put it back above the refrigerator. Am I clear, everyone?
All of them
I'm
are gonna start
talking
like aggressively
to
nodding.
all of you. You can use it anytime you need to, but then it goes back above the refrigerator. If it does not, Aunt Natasha will come and be very angry with you.
You're gonna get a mix of like wide eyes from some and like giggles from others.
All right, dears. Well, we are going to have some friends over tonight, some new friends. So let's get ready for dinner. Dad made some chili. We all love us chili. So everybody get cleaned up, clean up the house a little bit. And let's get ready for dinner, all right?
All right, everyone scatters. I'm gonna say like this is a routine that everybody's used to, and you have a dozen sets of hands helping out with getting ready for dinner. Anything else?
I think those were my big topics.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm good.
Kazan and Alaska, was there anything else that you guys thought of that you want to wrap up with the guards?
Yes, we did come up with a couple things.
Okay. let's do that, and then we will be off to our first break.
Perfect.
First, wrong tab. First one, you said that they left out of the south gate, the southwest gate, and started heading south from there. Do you know of any particular landmarks that would be that they would be able to reach in the time that they've had since going, that might not be as populated a city, or maybe even just as such?
Anything, you mentioned there had been light cult activity, anything where like there are other rumors of nefarious dealings going on, or just like otherwise nefarious regions, buildings, spots.
Our patrols don't go very far beyond the walls, only about a mile or so.
Sure.
Since we don't know anything of or about them, your guess is probably better than ours. The high road leads to Leylon. We don't really know if they were with our enemies in Leylon, or if they're operating on their own. They could have just gone into the Neverwinter Wood. Truly, it doesn't seem very clear to us.
All right.
Any mass graves that you know of? It's quite a grim question, but given the fact that we're dealing with undeath, I feel like that would be
mass graves. What do you mean?
Just of any any major battles that might have happened in that region where they just weren't able to transport the corpses of soldiers, or...
No, over the course of the few sieges we've fended off, we have always done a thorough job of appropriately disposing of the dead. In most, if not all cases, burning.
Would Alaska know of any other temples to Ogma or Ioun, but probably Ogma first, because that was the temple that we first went into in the one shot. Was a desecrated statue of Ogma.
There was also
she was
Ogma.
Yeah. Was there Ogma stuff in the
stuff?
Yeah,
in the first session there was Ogma stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was there any I guess, was there any other Ogma stuff in the last place we went to? I don't remember, but
Shadowfell, but I know.
Yeah.
But in the mausoleums, I believe there were.
Oh, please.
We're talking about this, and then all the way off in the distance there's a very large statue of Ogma just doing this.
Holding a book, being like...
So Ogma is one of the looks like top 3 basically most established followings as far as religious followings in Neverwinter. There is a significant temple of Ogma.
Cool.
In Neverwinter. So yes, you would be aware of that.
Cool. Then I would just say, thank you kindly for all of this information. I feel like just in general, if you and the remaining guard could keep eyes and ears out for any desecration, any specific things that are anti-Ogma would be things to kind of keep your brains on. It feels like the team we're looking at is about disseminating false information and destroying information. So whatever you can, so any, ties to the destruction of our information god would be pretty, or our goddesses of knowledge would be pretty, dead giveaways. So just if you could keep eyes out for that and pass that information along to either us or Never Ember to pass along to us, that would be greatly appreciated.
Preferably us. Please send any information that you would have here, and I'll take out a map or just point on a map to where we have
to our
gotten our
spot,
key.
yeah.
To our spot. Um, but yes, this we would appreciate if you would send the information directly to us, so we don't have to wait for that dissemination of the information.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Which of us is better?
Alright.
Which of us is helping the other one?
I got a +9.
That's better than me. I have a +7, so I will help you with this.
Okay. Boop. Oh hell yeah, 29.
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So they're going to have when you say oh maybe not Lord Neverember, just come straight to us. They both have this moment of like, ooh, that.
And I just have a big like nice person smile on my face.
And the first one will just say, understood. We will pass this along to the rest of the Grey Cloaks.
Wonderful. And I could not promise more heavily that we are doing everything that we can to help in this matter. It's just that, Will, have you ever come to the nobility with like an issue or something and it just does not get resolved for a significant amount of time and it frustrates you and it...
The political dealings of large cities such as ours are sometimes slow.
Exactly, and which is why we had asked that it gets delivered to us, since we'll be the ones handling it, and this will be our primary focus. So, trying to avoid that downtime as much as possible.
Very well.
Thank you very much for your time.
Of
I think
course.
Alaska's gonna give them like a huge handshake, both of them. Thank you so much. Thank you kindly. Kindly, thank you.
What are your passive insights, both of you?
9.
We know the answer to this. 9!
Okay.
Insight twins.
We're so good at this.
Okay. Don't read into this being because your score is low. It's bad. This is just like what is the vibe that you generally get.
Totally.
You're just not really good at reading people.
I read
general.
books, not rooms.
Right,
exactly.
So, as far as you can tell, you do get a sense that they were forthright and honest and shared, everything they could about the questions that you asked them. So
Totally. Yeah.
All
I
right.
wouldn't be.
Exactly. They have nothing to lose, or they have everything to lose and nothing to gain if they don't.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Anything else before we basically say we're gathering for dinner and take a quick break? For anybody.
I just want to point out, for the sake of in-game knowledge, Kazan never introduced himself to these Grey Cloaks. Just fully did not give a name. Just gave the location of where to deliver information.
Alaska tells her name to everybody.
To everybody.
Currently evident.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good. We will be back in a couple minutes.
Woo.
All right, we're back. Hey, we're in Neverwinter. We've been doing some stuff around the city, getting some loose ends tied up and figuring out what's coming up next. And now we are all gathering at the Campbells for dinner. So I'm going to say it's like maybe late afternoon at this point. And Bost, just as everyone is arriving, you and Nathan would notice that your stone is glowing.
Oh. Sam doesn't know how to operate a setting stone. Do I just put it up to my ear?
So
Hello.
you can flavor this however you want, but basically when you accept the message, you will hear it in your mind, whether that's just by like holding it or like holding it up to your ear, whatever you want to do with it. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I hold the setting stone.
Okay. You will hear in your mind Mordenkainen's voice saying, "We found the first piece. We can send you there whenever you're ready."
And I will reply back. We are sitting down to eat. I will talk to the team about a time frame.
Okay. There's so many obnoxious sounds in the area I moved to. It's ridiculous.
I mean, if it helps, we can't hear any of them.
Yeah.
There is
You'll
nothing
hear
on
the
it.
fighter jets when they start flying by. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
You guys
what?
get Blue Angels too?
No, we have a base here that they do exercises out of our airport. So, and I'm much
Oh,
closer to the
God.
airport than I was.
So you didn't move to an active combat zone?
No.
That's great.
No, he moved across the street from a golf course.
Also that. Anyway, all right, everybody's arriving. Welcome to the Campbells.
Welcome, friends. Welcome. All right, everyone, line up. Line up.
All the kids line up for you.
Alright, yeah. Is this gonna be like a receiving line, like when you meet the queen?
Basically.
Where you get like
I'm
exactly one
just-
sentence and you have to bow? Yeah.
I'm just explaining to all of you. I'm just giving you like a quick rundown. So none of them expect you to remember their names. I am just letting you know that they all have names and we will use them. So this is Pumpkin, Nathan Jr., Faint Path, Rebecca Marie, Emerald Garden, Braden Michael, Silent Clover, Natasha Ann, Defiant Hyde, Christopher William, Bizarre Flame, and Ashley Jean.
Excellent.
Incredible.
This is my husband, Nathan. He is the one who made the magnificent chili you are about to eat. It is the best chili you will ever have in your life. I promise you that.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. Greetings and salutations, Alaska Jane. And I'll
pleasure
shake his
to meet
hand.
Kaz and Kavar, and I'll bow my head and kind of like do the same to each of the kids as I go down the line.
Nice.
I just realized I wanted to bring that gift with me to dinner.
Okay.
Magic.
Yeah.
So, how many do I get, and how much money do I need to get rid of, real quick? I I can say, I'm sorry, I completely spaced it. Then I was like, oh shit, we're at dinner.
Fuck, it's dinner.
Fuck.
Fuck, I gotta bring my things.
Was it 8 o'clock already? God damn it!
Genuinely. I need a
Those would
wizard.
be super cheap. So I'm just
Cool.
gonna say, like, quite literally, however many you want, and we'll say it was like a silver in total.
Cool. I'm gonna say like it's a box of 20 if that's okay.
Yeah.
If that's cool. Okay. So Odysseia is going to come up and greet all of the children, and then when she makes it to, hang on a second, I need to get this link for you. When she makes
yeah.
it to Nathan, obviously shakes his hand, is like, hello, we talked very briefly. In our minds, good to meet you. And then when she gets to Boss, she is going to hand Boss a small, like, little cardboard box. It's just very simple, like a little parchment box. And there's an image of a bird on the top of it. And there's 20 sheets in it. And it's, I know that there are the stones, but it's always good to have a failsafe. And
She
it's
got
a
her
box of,
fancy stationery.
I bought her paper birds, which means she can write a message, and if she's on the same plane, she can send the bird to the people. So you have a box of 20 paper birds, just in case. And she's going to be like, and just keep going. Like, I don't know where to go now. I don't like interactions. This is stressful.
So, actually, before you do that, Boss is gonna hold this in her hands, and then grab your hand, and just say, "Thank you," and just give you like a really tight squeeze. And say, "All right, kids, let's go to dinner."
Hey.
So, what is chili?
Oh yeah.
Here's a question. Does he do a bean chili or a meat only chili? Is this a Texas chili? What's the
Yeah.
vibe?
Yeah, what's the chili recipe, team?
So, do you want me to
Team
take
Campbell?
that, Sam, or do you want to take
Go for it.
Is there cornbread?
it? So,
It's a shitload of cornbread.
I'm gonna say this is actually everybody make a history check, except Boss.
Chasm.
Me,
This is-
yeah.
This is stuff that Boss knows by way of being a tabaxi.
Yeah.
Oh, did that not go? There we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, Odysseia got below a 20. It's over, gang.
It's because I rolled a 2. It's because I rolled a 2. She's not good at food. She's
See,
good at
Alaska
books.
is good at food, which so the fact that I only rolled a 15, I'm like, man, I'm an amateur right now.
Kaz.
Oh, sorry, I misheard. I thought that I was the one not rolling because
Oh,
of the
That was
comment.
Boss. That wasn't rolling.
Boss.
No, just
yeah.
Boss.
I see. I see.
Sam, we lost your camera. Are you good?
Oh no!
There we
Sorry,
go.
I must
That's
have
right.
accidentally hit it.
Oh, instead of
No worries.
muting.
Yeah.
Okay, so in general, all of you are aware that typical tabaxi diet isn't really all that different from most other races in this world. They do have a little bit more focus on like wild game as like sources of meats go, but that's not really a huge difference for most people. So this chili is gonna be like chunks of like deer and boar with we'll say it has beans in it too, and like your typical onions and some hot peppers.
Also, don't forget that Nathan is white.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's no spice in this.
Yep. So it's got all
Makes
the right
sense.
like stuff in it, but it's pretty bland.
Oh, yeah.
I no, the thing is, I know exactly what type of chili this is. This is the one Christmas when I decided I wasn't gonna do Christmas dinner, and my mother did a dairy-based turkey chili with no salt
Ooh.
because she is from Canada.
Excellent.
I
Sounds
mean,
so sad.
okay.
It's like
Okay.
Hormel chili on a good day. Like,
Yeah, Nathan. Okay, let's be honest though.
I'm sorry, I'm not here to slander your husband's
He's-
name. I'm here to slander my mother.
Yeah,
He's not
No.
bad at cooking. He's just not
Nathan-
adventurous.
yeah. Nathan's a white boy, but he like knows his way around the kitchen. So it is a it is a good chili. I'm not saying that.
it is just
but
not spicy.
yes.
Sure.
It is just not spicy. It tastes pretty good, but it's not
so,
like
so I shouldn't say bland, but it's
Yeah.
not. It doesn't
Yeah.
have it doesn't have kick.
it doesn't have a
Yeah.
kick.
Yeah.
Spiced but not spicy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It is flavored. It is not spicy.
Mostly I was reminding you that Nathan is not tabaxi. He
Oh,
is
fair.
a white human.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. My bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not all cats. It's human cats.
Yes.
It's like cats from the.
It's the movie
Yeah.
musical.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Meow.
Okay. So there you have it.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. I will say, Nathan, this is in fact chili. She means that from the full depth of her heart, though.
As,
Yep.
as someone who's never had this kind of food before, I must say that it is quite. And then I just never finish my sentence. It is quite.
That boar is really good, though. I feel like maybe it was it like a 3-year-old boar?
Oh my
It was one in maturity. He's very confused by the question.
Interesting. It's a good choice.
Are you asking based because you know aged wine? Like you can.
Yeah, just the joke of her being a foodie. She's like, I'm going for like really weird niche.
Oh,
Like-
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. That's really funny.
It's fucked up, bro.
But genuinely, we appreciate the effort that you put in for tonight.
Of course. Any friends of Bost are friends of the family?
And everyone, I am fully on board. And we are ready and raring to go, as one might say.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah, insight check.
And we have advantage on insight checks now, right?
Yes.
That's really
Okay.
funny.
Ooh,
Okay,
we
because
do.
I have a -1 to whatever
You
these
got it.
are. Oh yeah.
Damn.
9.
I
That's
have
it's
a
my passive, baby.
passive insight is of 23, so like
Boss feels fine about it.
0. 1 minus
So-
1 0.
Am I getting this vibe right that you're trying to communicate with the team that we're ready to go, but trying to like keep the kids out of the whole
Yeah.
situation?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I am trying to communicate with the team that I am on board,
Sure.
but also not communicate with the kids that
There's
this
a
is
danger
a really
happening.
dangerous fucking thing,
Yeah.
and I am still nervous about it, but you know,
Sure.
I don't want to fucking talk about that in front of my kids. So
Totally.
here we are.
So Alaska,
do this, I
you get this
guess.
moment of like, why are you talking so weird? But
Yeah.
Odysseus, you kind of it clicks for you right away.
got it.
Great. Well, through your gritted teeth, I see that that's probably correct. Is there anything else we should discuss over dinner, or should I start challenging all these ragamuffins to some arm wrestling contests?
One thing quickly. Right as you were all walking up, the sending stone rang, and Mordenkainen let me know that they're ready when we are.
Oh, excuse me.
So are we?
I believe we were still waiting on that second sending stone so we could make the whole sending stone situation happen. So maybe if we call him back and just say, let us know also when the sending stone is ready, and then we can go off on mission, or would you like more time with the fam?
I mean, they found the first piece, is what he's saying.
Okay.
If Nathan, do you think you could handle our first foray without the sending stone?
I think so.
I mean, it's one day. In that, like, I personally don't mind waiting one additional day
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, so we
to
Yeah.
go on our mission, because they already told us it was going to take 2 days.
All right.
So I think,
Great.
yeah, I can't imagine things are going to sneak in the way in one day.
Fantastic.
Famous last words.
Yeah, well, again, inside of 9, baby.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Then we wait. I let
Yeah.
him know that we would discuss over dinner and let him know our plans. So
Great.
I'll give him a call back. And
I think that's how the stones work. Yeah, I believe they can make. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they can, like, you can make one call a day per stone, or is it just like it's a one-way? You get 2 messages total.
Let me double check. Thought it was charges,
mean-
but I might be wrong with that.
Yeah, because the last thing is we wanted to go see Eldon and go through the bag of holding. Like, that's kind of the
Right.
and maybe do some shopping if we felt that there was shopping we needed to do.
Yeah, or some drop-offing of selling
Yeah,
of stuff.
selling.
Which, like, what stuff do we have to? Oh, we have the robes. I forgot about the robes. Ugh.
There's like the robes. There's the golden helmet.
Right, but Eldon has
There's-
that, so we would have to get it back from him, wouldn't we?
Eldon
Didn't we-
doesn't have the helmet. Eldon has the necklace.
Oh, forgot about the necklace. That's why I wrote down helmet. Okay.
Yeah, no, we have a there's the helmet, there's the snow globe, there's the clothes, there's some other stuff. There's not a book anymore because the book's gone.
Right, but I don't know that yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, Andrea know that, but Alaska doesn't know that because she hasn't gone through the bag yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
She's also missing 500 gold, but I pulled that out of my own stash. Not
Oh
yours.
no.
Oh,
Because it got eaten by the
You
book.
got eaten by the book. Mhm.
but it could have come out of the collective.
I wasn't gonna make the collective lose 500 gold because we left an evil bag in my book for too long.
Okay,
I've
it's
got a
once
lot
per
of gold.
day.
I'm fine. Once per day.
Evil-
One use per day.
Okay.
So
So
we
what?
gotta wait
Again,
till
one
the morning.
use. Yeah, one use. So like, because this one received the message, this one can no longer send, even though this was the one that sent.
She sent a response, so it has been fully used.
That's stupid. All right. It's not like a
Sorry.
beeper where you can just like select okay.
I mean,
That's
I
funny.
can
Well,
sending him and we
I
can
was
roll
gonna
for
say,
it.
yeah, Nathan.
That's
can, can you help us out too? Like,
Of course.
Yeah, but Odysseus met him, so that might be easier for Odysseus.
possibly, yeah.
That's true. So I could potentially
Be like, let us know when the sending stones are done. We'll come. We'll meet. We'll get zapped to you guys and start our next mission then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like when the second set of stones is done, let us know and we can return to you
We got like 8 more words.
to start the hunt. Yes.
Great.
Did you say that out loud in front of the kids, or was that a?
No, that was a like, huh, and I think also Odysseus is absolutely like
Well,
messaging
The
people,
kids
or-
know. The kids know that I am off doing something.
Sure.
Okay.
They just don't know the
So-
full dangers of Vecna.
Yes.
Great.
They just don't know how bad.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So I can
You can say it out loud. Just don't say like we're going to different planes and
Sure.
no, not at all.
this, that, and the other thing.
Okay.
Okay, so roll a d20. The magic number is 19.
Is that the one I don't want?
That's the one you don't want.
Hey,
Okay.
can Nathan help her?
Roll 1,
No,
20,
this is not a helpable thing.
Hell yeah.
7.
All right. So you would understand message received, and you will get an immediate response. Who did you send it to?
Morty.
Okay. So
Morty.
he will respond. God damn it.
Sorry. I'm so
No, that's-
sorry.
That's every time something could be should I? I'm going to do it that way.
It ruined about 20 seconds of Dune for me.
Lies. It ruined like 5 minutes of doing because every time Shoddy or
Johnny.
whatever Shoddy showed up, I went Shoddy. We couldn't watch it anymore.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, he will respond saying they are actually already ready for you.
Oh.
Well,
Cool.
again, their 2 days versus our 2 days.
Yeah.
Is it? Let's not discuss this right here. It's
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
may be. Anyway, Julie,
Excellent.
did you
There's
see
honey.
this fun thing that my children made me?
Oh man.
Woof.
Craftsmanship, incredible.
Is that,
Is that
is that a
handmade
magical
macaroni?
artifact?
Yeah. I mean,
It's so sparkly.
who was it? I think Logan, you said you imagine that Alaska has like a shitload of nieces and nephews, and so I feel like that's also her vibe, but she's like the cool aunt.
Mm-hmm.
So very much is like totally knows how to put on the like, why yes, that is very cool child that showed me a thing. Like
Yeah. For sure. I think at some point Cass and Foley just gets into it because it's like it's really, or by it I mean like the
chili.
kayfabe, the kayfabe of like talking with children.
hell yeah.
I'm sorry. Break kayfabe?
Sorry,
Yeah.
kayfabe is it's a wrestling term for the agreement that what is happening is fake.
Okay, cool. Time in. Thank you.
Mhm.
Got you.
So yeah, they just fully commit to everything that they say and like fully understand it to be true and nothing else.
Yeah. It's the suspension of disbelief. There we go.
Mhm.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
However, I do think that there is a risk, depending on what the kids bring up, that Kazan would 100% drop some
Truth bombs.
emotionally scarring knowledge that would fully cause a paradigm shift in a single or multiple children, depending
Sure.
on who's around at the time.
Incredible.
Also, best if you have any bookworm children, I assume they will like migrate
No, and that was it. Yeah. Let's see.
Just
So
a family hang. Yeah, I'm gonna start challenging kids to arm wrestling competitions, and whoever is the shyest is the only one that's going to be allowed to beat me.
Nice.
It's like the sword and the stone at Disney World. Land.
I'm gonna pretend really hard. Oh, sweat coming off of my brow.
that's probably gonna be Faint Path.
Hell yeah.
And so Bizarre Flame was the one who caught Rat. And let's say that Emerald Garden and Ashley Jean are our bookworms.
Hell yeah.
Do you have any kids that are like a philosophy grad student?
Right.
Emerald Garden and what?
Ashley
Jean.
Jean.
Sorry.
Ashley
So
Jean.
Ashley is spelled ASHLEE JEANNE. JEANNE. Thank you very
Pronounced
much.
Jean, not Jeanne.
Incredible.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yes. Ashley Jean. But Nathan Jr. is probably the one who's gonna talk to Kazan the most. He's the one that Boss is actually the most worried about. When it comes to safety. He takes the most risks because he's the oldest, and he is he is also a protector, and I totally gets it, but sometimes because he's so young, he just goes a little too far. And yeah, Nathan Jr. just takes a few too many risks in Boss' opinion. And so I think he would definitely be drawn to these new strangers who are going on this adventure with Mom that he doesn't know, and he wants to get as much information out of them to see why are Mom and Dad hiding so much, and what's actually going on with all of this, because they're being real weird, and Mom's being real perky about all of this.
Sure.
So yeah.
I think that would go into that would send Kaz into like a in response to the questions of like why are Mom and Dad hiding things, they would very much go into like well, that just kind of like boils down to like the nature of power and how and how people with power most often withhold information to keep those underneath them below them, and it just goes on these like massively long speeches without really ever addressing what Nathan Jr. actually asks about.
Yeah.
And then we'll end up tying it back to but your mom seems like a good person, and you should probably listen to her. Fully disingenuously. fully disingenuously. Just like, yeah, you can't. I did the whole quote unquote teenage rebellion thing. It didn't work out well. And it's and we're still dealing with those consequences. So it should probably be kept as mild as possible. But if you do, if I'm ever in town and you are thinking about something, I would be so open to giving you feedback on those ideas. fully drops the polite. I don't want to use facade because Kazan is very polite on purpose most of the time. But just fully goes full casual mode when talking to Nathan Jr.
Sure.
Yes.
Excellent.
But yeah,
Alright.
that's pretty much it. I don't know.
I mean, are we, so stupid question now, do we want to immediately go like call Mordenkainen like in the morning and go back now, or do we want to take care of like selling stuff in town, or do we want to like, is that important enough to us, or do we just want to go to the manor, or are we doing a second day? I don't remember now what we decided since the thing is already done.
I still wanted to check up on Eldon and make sure that he was
Sure.
okay, try to understand what information he knows.
Like in my mind, that would be the most important thing that we would
Sure.
do, but also like I don't know how important that would be, especially if getting like I figure that we could potentially just like over the table deal with the bag of holding shit
Sure.
or not. I don't know if we need to go through like a whole I don't know if everyone wants to go through like a whole scene of dealing with everything in the bag. But I don't know. I guess my main thing is like Eldon seems like the priority, and even then it's kind of like a medium tier priority, I think. At
Sure.
least in my mind.
Question. And I may have asked this question last time, and I don't write notes, so this is why.
The rest of us are here.
Yeah. Does Boss understand what's happening in her dreams?
I
And,
think
like-
that I feel like Alaska's the one that understands it the most, and she does not understand what's happening in her
Yeah.
dreams.
So,
Pretty
like,
much
does she-
no.
cool. So Boss is okay. So children, we all need to have grown-up conversations briefly. Can you all gather elsewhere so that Dad and I can talk to the rest of the group, please?
Okay, you are not met with much resistance. They slowly kind of clean up after themselves and file out.
So Nathan, one thing I forgot to mention earlier when we spoke. I have had the best sleep of my life since not being here. The first night I thought it was not being with the kids. The second night, well, was even harder, and then I saw something in my dream and it made me question. What made me question further was that two of my companions saw the same being. So, because over the table, we did
Right.
have that conversation.
No, we did.
talk.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that
yeah.
we had that
We
conversation.
did have that, yeah,
Because that's where
because
we
you were
found
like, why
out.
weren't you telling us? And I'm like, I'm doing it right
Yeah.
fucking now.
Yeah.
This is me sharing information with you.
Yeah.
That is the conversation we were actively having.
Yeah.
Who is
You
this
can't yell at me
directed
for
at, by
telling
the
you.
way? Is this just like open table discussion with all the
Yeah.
adults, or is this
Yes.
directed at someone?
Yeah, open
Um,
table discussion.
This is sort of open table discussion, but I am filling Nathan in
Yeah.
on the situation at hand.
Yeah.
Got it.
Essentially. Because the way I'm looking at it, Nathan is my partner, and so he is also a member of this group.
Sure, he's the he's the NPC of the party that is the sixth member of the party.
Yeah, he is a member of this group, but he just doesn't travel with us. And
Sure.
so if I can fill him in and get information that he may have, and knowledge that he may have that I don't,
Sure.
because he's always been, well,
Yeah, is he like a divination wizard or something?
I mean, he's my partner. We throw stuff back and forth all the time.
Sure.
You know.
Okay, so
But he doesn't know jack shit about this.
he's gonna like take this in and basically say, the dreamscape is a place that has eluded my studies and experience for pretty much my entire life. I do understand, though, that some people can experience visions, communications from other powerful beings, whether accidental or on purpose. I think it's something I can try to research. But I'm coming from almost zero. Do you know what this being is that you're dreaming of?
I might have a little more information. I feel like the dreamy situation started when we accessed the Book of Vile Darkness. We didn't do anything with it. We just touched it. It just was around and in my bag.
Also clarifying, we touched it with magic, not our own bodies. Yes,
not our physical beings. I started to get ravenously hungry every time the book was out. And then when I had my last dream, as it came to me, I murdered it. But it felt more, I was offered like a chance to give it, like, to access its power / control, and I was like, maybe. But then upon a realization that it kind of felt like a lawful death, and considering that the thing that we are fighting is like absolute corrupt undeath, I was like, sure. I don't know what that means yet. But that's my information for you.
Can Odysseus roll? Because when the last time we had this conversation, she was like very unhappy with Bast and was very much like not involved in the conversation, was just like, I didn't dream, goodbye.
Right.
Sure.
Let's have you roll a... Let's make this a religion or arcana check, your choice.
Religion or arcana?
Yeah.
Oh, it's arcana. She got a library, not book. Not God. Library, not God.
Jesus.
26.
Okay, and what kind of information are you trying to glean?
So, like, now hearing that there's this entity that is coming, like, there are these feelings that are happening that were happening when the Vecna book were happening. And I guess, did she understand? Because she had to do a wisdom roll and succeeded against it when the book came out.
Right, because both of you succeeded against it. Alaska did not.
Did she, like,
No,
feel that there was a success?
I chose
No,
to
Pumpkin and I succeeded.
Right. Yeah,
But-
so Odysseus, you would have understood that, like, someone or something was, like, trying to pull at your mind.
Mm-hmm.
To have some sort of influence on you.
Gotcha.
And you resisted it.
Okay. So now hearing the lawful death part and like these feelings that they're talking about, like now she can kind of be like, what? Wait, hang on, I wasn't paying attention. Like, what is this?
Yeah. So,
Alaska was also not as clear last time because it had like newly happened.
Yeah. So the information that you're working with is pretty thin at the moment. But your Odysseus would get a good understanding that, like, oh, there seem to be like opposing powers at play, and you have a good grasp of think like overall alignment chart, everything from lawful to neutral to chaotic. Sorry, lawful to neutral to chaotic, and then evil, neutral, and good, like that whole grid. There was something inherently chaotic evil about that book, which is in some amount of contrast to this concept of lawful and death. And then Alaska mentioning, you know, this connection to you're basically fighting undeath. That would be a like truly chaotic evil thing. So like you're there are powers at play here that's like chaotic evil versus lawful evil are actually in a way kind of opposing.
I think it's lawful
Got
neutral
it.
personally, but continue. I don't find death to be evil. I find death to be neutral.
Fair. Yeah, so, like somewhere in the middle is this like chaotic evil versus somewhere in the middle, and they're like opposing forces, and something
Right.
about that conflict is affecting you guys.
Okay.
Sure.
So this, but it's this lawfulness of it all. This
Right.
death.
Yes.
Okay.
Because death being a part of the natural order of things, you
Right.
know, every being that isn't inherently immortal must experience death in their life. Like lichdom is like hard
Yeah.
no.
Lichdom
Mhm.
is a corruption.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, okay. And
anyway, that's what it felt
that-
like in my dreams.
Okay.
And for me,
And
I
no-
think it was just something entirely different.
Okay. And no insight on the different feelings that people were having, the pride and gluttony of it all.
I mean, you fucking pull that out on your own, baby.
Yep. So
I
Um,
don't know what you could be talking about. I say
Yeah.
very-
So yeah, based on what you've been told, and for 26, I've been kind of noodling this, but I think
Sure.
it's fair to say, this is a little homebrew thing I'm introducing to the world.
Is it Catholicism?
No, not quite. I'm making it a more universal thing. There is this concept of the 7 deadly sins.
Okay.
What? Never pulled that out. Was never gonna figure that one out.
Yep. It's basically this doctrine of like no matter what basically religion you follow, there are these 7 concepts that are considered deadly sins, and everybody views them differently. People who worship evil gods welcome these concepts and tenets into their lives, and believe that they are serving their gods well when they approach these sins. And then on the opposite side, anybody who follows good gods or opposite of evil, try to avoid these concepts and, you know, live by virtue of not following these sins. And now what you're experiencing is, Odysseus would understand, what you're experiencing is it seems to have like been personified in a way that
Okay.
these deadly sins are actually like trying to pry their way into the minds of your party. And at least in Alaska's case, it seems like something she was able to kind of like grasp onto and, in her words, control.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
That's so fucking cool.
So Alaska, like, it has control of the gluttony, so like does not buy a little treat at the grocery store kind of vibe.
No, it's like above the table. I have a feet now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've not used it. She doesn't know what it is. Like, she doesn't know how to use it. She's not entirely sure what the fuck it does, but it's pretty fucking dope.
So
What?
Yeah, I got a feet now. It's
Probably
called
just saying-
gluttonous hunger.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's sick as hell.
I know. but she has fucking, again, inside a 9, absolutely no ass idea what it is.
That's so fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am excited about it.
Okay, well that's sick as hell. That's all I got.
So how does this sound to you, Nathan? What does this sound like to an outsider?
He's gonna have, for those of you with insight of better than 10.
Wow, rude. Okay.
He is going to have a look of concern. I'm not gonna say surprise, but definitely concern. And he'll say, "Well, there are always great powers at work in the world and the multiverse as we know it. I would just encourage caution for all of you, of course, when meddling with such powers, especially when they offer something to you. It's rare that that kind of bestowing would be just a gift."
I mean, how so? What, in like that there's a nefarious purpose behind it? Or a string tied?
There can be, yes.
Have any of you been offered power by those feelings?
I don't know if I was offered it as much as I destroyed
You
it.
took it, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, Kazan, why don't you talk about powers that were given to you?
Oh, I think it was something else. It was an entity, a smoke monster that manifested itself and bit me, as opposed to just like shadow and like nothingness. They were just kind of, it was there. What? We've talked about this.
We did talk about this.
We talked about. I have you were concerned about and I pulled up my hand and like do the circle, the bite marks.
I fully pumped like paladin powers into him to try and get that to go away. Like, we fucking talked about this.
Yes, I know. I'm just still upset about it.
It's okay. I'm well, maybe I shouldn't say it's okay. I am confident that that was something else. It was not these entities that we are concerned about.
Right, but do you know what else it is?
Oh, absolutely not. I do not know what that is.
Still not
And see, that's
good.
that's the thing. Again, like, we know that myself and Odysseus are like pretty high on like knowledge. So the fact that you let a thing in that you don't know what it is, that feels disconcerting.
I mean, we could probably find out at some point. Would Odysseus, you can identify items, correct?
Of course I can, yes.
Would it work on the bite if you would be?
Ooh.
If we're so concerned about it?
Ooh.
Yeah, how would we check? I was like, I would also like to better check out this bite.
I
Other
can
than just
identify
checking it
your
out.
arm if you'd like.
I just want to ease your concerns, as I said I would, as I promised I would when we had that initial conversation.
So-
If it's a history check, if your bite is a magical item, alchemical object, or technological device, then I have expertise on figuring it out. I don't think it's any of this.
That's really funny. Is my arm a magical object?
Okay, so what exactly are you doing? Did you say identify?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can I like identify what bit this boy? What bit this person? What bit this child? This
Okay.
weird
Yeah, what
space
kind of
child?
checks could be made to figure out what bit him,
So,
or the
Casting-
casting of identify?
casting identify will give you, you do that, and it gives you nothing. There's nothing magical
Incredible.
about his arm.
Okay,
Um,
cool. Chill. Tay.
Alaska, make a we'll say survival check.
Oh, good. I'm okay at that.
Hmm.
All right, great. Not terrible. 15.
Okay, so it doesn't really look like the pattern of any like animal that you know, but
Sure.
you also know that like there's no way you would know of any like every animal and creature that ever exists. It looks very clearly like a bite mark from someone or something with like it's either multiple bites or one that was like 4 different puncture points.
Four
know what I mean?
Can I
puncture
give her
points.
advantage on it because I have proficiency in survival?
Yeah.
Great.
Fuck
Let's
yeah.
see if this gets better. It doesn't.
Oh no.
Okay, never mind. Oh no!
Gotta get the ones out now. Gotta shake them all
yeah,
Shake
out.
'em out. Shake 'em out.
It's like the one thing that kind of stands out is that it seems symmetrical.
Okay.
Whether it's like one bite or more, whatever it was, it is symmetrical. He's got like the two, like one point here, and then exactly mirroring on the inside of his hand, and then one like on his
Yeah.
radius,
Just above the
I think
wrist.
this is called,
Right.
like below the wrist, and it's
Sure.
like truly 5-6 inches away from the other one, and then on the inside of his arm
Yeah.
too, like exactly mirroring is this another one.
Sure. That's insane. Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, looking at this isn't making me feel any better about not knowing what the entity is. I don't know. I find it entertaining that you are interested in the help of this entity, but not maybe other entities that have previously been in your life.
I don't want to talk about that. No, that was a whole other thing. I don't know. Anything that's not that is basically what I'm looking at, or
Sure.
anything that's not what we're trying to destroy. Also, I feel like it's important to clarify that this thing wants us to destroy Vecna. Like that is what it said to me. It said that
Sure.
it wants me to do that, so whether it has nefarious intentions or not are neither here nor there, as long as we get this thing, this current objective done. I feel like we can handle whatever comes next.
I mean, yeah, that is a way to look at it.
It's the way I look at most things, if you can
Right.
believe it.
Oh, way. Rough.
All right.
Okay.
Also, it said that it was my power and that it wasn't its anymore. It can't be lying to me. There's no way it would be lying to me.
I mean, honestly, I believe that. Insight twins, maybe.
This just puts her head on the table.
I know.
if it helps, I can mark something, and then when that thing dies, I can get more powerful from it, and I can do some new magic. Is basically what happened.
You can mark something. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you see what I'm dealing with, my darling? All I'm doing is sleeping. I mean, I am passing out, but sleeping.
Yeah, you want to try to keep as good of tabs on that as you can, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, I'll turn to Nathan. I'll also extend this promise to you, but if you are concerned about anything regarding the situation, I will provide any information that I know.
The same. Also, me as well.
I don't believe I have any good reason to question the judgment of my wife and
My wife. Sorry.
her companions.
Freya, you're fired.
I'm a monster. Yeah.
At least for now, I don't.
So, you know what, everyone? Why don't we stick to our plan? Our original plan for the evening. And we stay here. We go shopping tomorrow. Maybe I'll even take the family to the new house and show them what we own now.
Wild.
Also, just to put this out there, the guards that we talked to had said that there were about 4 people leaving the mausoleum, and they just ran south out of town. Well, while everybody's together, I feel like that's important to get out there so we know that and don't forget about it later.
Nothing else really happened from the situation. They offered a very small amount of information. That's about it.
Mhm.
They didn't have anything else to like elicit. No more news information on the guards.
All right.
Somewhat helpful, but probably the rod piece
The rod would
is
probably be more useful.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. I guess what I'm saying is I would like to sleep next to my husband this evening.
I mean, we do have a whole second house we can go to if you need us to not be here.
Or, you could stay here and we could go take care of that house. But yeah, either way. Well, again, I would just like an evening with my husband.
Sure.
And then we'll meet tomorrow and get life back on the road.
Sure.
Perfect.
Say 9 a.m. at the house.
Which
Sounds good.
house?
Our house,
New
the new house.
Big house. Got it.
Yeah.
At 9 a.m. at the big house.
I like the big house. I think we should call it the big house because
The
it's
big house.
physically large,
The big
and also
house.
it feels like it's a jail for some reason.
Big house. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, just got out of the big house.
Well
Hey.
rested.
They threatened my job and like wanted me to give them information.
Yeah,
Okay.
by the way, Boston Nathan do have a full fade to black.
Nice.
That evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boinkin. Yeah.
100%.
I would expect nothing less. All right.
Incredible.
So anybody doing anything in particular before resting for the night?
I think this would be the point where Alaska would just empty the bag and see if anything got affected so that we have the information that we lost the book out of the endless prison and that 500 gold got like dusted. But she's going to take that out of her own amount of gold and not the team's amount of gold.
Okay.
Very nice of you.
You have a lot of gold, so.
Okay. If that's all, then I think this is a good time for us to take one more quick break. And then we will begin the next day. We'll be right back.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
to go lay down.
Yeah. All right, we are back. You have a successful, restful, uneventful long rest.
Boring. That's great.
It is now the next morning. Where to?
I think we're gonna go to Eldon's and then try to get rid of some of the junk in the bag, I think is the primary goal, and then go see Morty and the girls.
Morty and the girls.
I'm so sorry.
Morty and the mages, one would say.
What is this 50s
You-
band?
You should hear some of the names that my other table, make up for all the characters and things going on in that campaign.
Yikes.
Do we know where Eldon lives, or do we just say we're gonna go there?
I mean, I think we can figure it out.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure,
believe Never ever told you.
Probably ask.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm sure he gave us that information.
Yeah.
Cool. Hopefully he's recovered enough and wants to talk about it.
You'd be like, hey dude, are you good?
Also, what are you keeping from us in a non-threatening way?
Oh my god.
No, just in a like checking in. We did kind of all teleport together and we didn't go with you, and you, I assume, just went back to where you were captured.
Right.
Yeah.
Trauma rama rama, like, you good, bro?
You did see him in your scrying. You did see him talking to Never Ever.
Mhm.
We did.
Right.
But, doesn't hurt to just be like, we saw him, but we didn't like check in on him, and it feels
Right.
appropriate that we
Right.
saved him from the clutches of death and then walked him through a panic attack in a different realm to be like,
Yeah.
checking in. It's like, if your
There
friend goes,
was.
you absolutely text them, even though you saw them at the bar last night.
Yeah. There was a thought that I had, I guess, like, retcon this to night before as Alaska is, like, cleaning out her bag. But we have a drift globe of the Outlands. And I believe
Yes.
it was mentioned that the Outlands is also where the, like, Wizard's demiplane is located.
No.
I think I have that.
Oh.
I think I held on to that. But
Okay.
The
Yeah,
Wizard's
but we
demiplane
do
is
have
like
that.
truly its own pocket
Okay.
plane of existence.
I thought it was in reference, it was in an Outland thing, because I was like, does the drift globe have anything to do with them? But if not, then that doesn't fucking matter. So great. But
Vic, sorry,
you-
did you have something else?
If you want it, Odysseus, I'll just remove it from my list.
I think I just had it in my. I think when
Great.
we shoved everything, I was like, "This is cool. I want to know what it is." It's
Great,
a
then
map.
I
I
have-
like maps.
Then you have it. I have erased it from my bag of holding
Well,
list.
I'll make
Unless-
sure that I have it.
Unless you want it, and then you want it to stay in the bag, and then you need to know that too.
Yeah, let's. I think I just held on to it, but like, we can leave it in the bag. That's fine.
Cool.
I'm sorry. I'm being
No,
complicated.
you're good.
Okay. Peach girl.
Okay, so we're going to Eldon's place.
Yeah.
Yep. Knock, knock, knock.
Buongiorno.
Will answer and stay at the door to talk with you guys.
Okay.
I'm glad you guys are okay. What happened?
Yeah, greetings and salutations. We wanted to check in and make sure. How are you doing? Maybe I'll come in.
I can't really entertain company right now. Is there something you needed?
Well, we were just making sure you got back safely, and we did get separated in the space crevasse. What was it called again? Drift.
Something of crevice of dusk.
Crevice.
Yeah.
Crevice. Yeah, there we go. Space crevasse. Dusk crevice. I tried. And we just we scryed on you to make sure you were all right, but we also wanted to check in and make sure that you'd gotten back safely, and just checking in.
Okay, yeah. I was very confused when I came back, but you didn't. But mausoleum was empty. So I came all the way out and talked to Lord Neverember and told him about everything that happened. I told him that I didn't know where you were, but it seems that's taken care of. I'm just taking some time to rest, and then hopefully I can get back to life as normal.
Sure. Was there any chance you maybe told Neverember anything about why you believe you might have been captured?
I never really knew anything about why I was captured.
In order for us to be more helpful and solve this issue faster, I feel like it is reasonable or necessary to level with you with what is going on. Everyone who's captured, we believe, was brought to that mausoleum because they had a secret of great importance or pertaining to the existence of the Lich Vecna. So, would you is there any of that information that you have kept hidden or that it was given to you that was hidden that you could give to us so that one, you are no longer a target of this cult, and two, so that we may be able to have a better grasp of the situation at hand?
Again, any information that we could possibly gain from this situation is going to help us more quickly and sufficiently take down other members of the cult. So please, by all means, as much information as you can give us would be incredibly beneficial.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can he do it with advantage?
Yeah.
Because I said that.
I could see you trying to get a word in.
Yeah,
So that
I'm like, I just need like because I'm the other like highly proficient one, so I'm like, we're gonna proficient tag team this.
I rolled another 29 on persuasion.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Why is it not popping up? It's in the D&D Beyond
I'm
chat.
not
but
seeing
it's
it.
not.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. Where are you? Game log. Everyone, why are you not showing me things?
It is so weird. All the way at the bottom. Yeah, it's down at the bottom of the game log on D&D Beyond, but it's
Yeah.
not
Check
popping
my
up.
phone.
No worries. Sorry, I'm having trouble finding the thing I need to find. Give me a quick minute.
No problem. I wonder if that's a Beyond 20 issue or what's going on with that. Two 29s back to back. Hell yeah. But that's it. Those are my good rolls for the day, actually.
Truly.
No more.
Yep, that's 229s, baby.
Damn.
Interesting.
And both persuasion checks, incredible.
Mm-hmm. We stay getting information out here.
Right.
Just straight up asking is buck wild.
Interesting. I thought
I have a
this was
certain air about me.
Dude, truly, like, there's something about it's hard for me to not play a charisma character. Like, it's so hard to be like, I said something really smart and intelligent, and I roll an 8, and I'm like, fuck you, dice. Yeah, it's much more fun when the lowest you can roll is a 19.
So
Is-
you're basically telling him that he should share any information with you that was based on what?
Around Vecna, or any information that he had, because he's probably still a target since he still has the secret, and we know that secrets are what the cult is hunting after.
Got it.
And also so that we can have more information in general.
This motherfucker doesn't have a secret.
So he's going to say, I specialize in research of the outer planes of existence. I don't know if there's anything specific about that they were after from me, but I have nothing to hide.
Is there any piece? Is there anything you have found recently, maybe jarring or exciting or otherwise new information about the planes that has not yet been shared and written about?
We solemnly swear to not take any of your written materials or publish work that you've done.
I have recently discovered more than even the higher community's knowledge on conjunctions and intersections between the planes. It's actually my plan to share that rather soon.
Oh, this motherfucker doesn't have a secret.
Is there a particular conjunction that you've learned about recently, or is this just broad information concerning the nature of them?
Just concerning the nature of them. The crevices of dusk would just be one example of a type that we know about, and I believe I have theories that could lead to discovery of other similar types.
What are those theories? You understand what we're mechanically trying to do, right?
Yes.
We're so hard working for this.
So,
Yeah.
Odysseia, with your passive insight of stupid high,
1 million, yes.
yeah, you are getting the vibe that like he's telling the truth. He doesn't really have.
Okay.
So over the table,
Yeah.
Not everyone has a secret for the
Sure.
mechanic, the
Mhm.
secret's mechanic.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
in some
I
cases,
think
they're
we all
just
just assumed there were 4 people, 2 of them had secrets. There was probably a guess, and we knew that
Right.
Indrina also had a secret about
Yeah.
Ember.
Lord Neverember's secret. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
so Odysseia can tell like, oh, this isn't gonna actually get you anywhere with specifically with
Sure.
that mechanic.
Okay.
It is truly Vecna is going for secrets and powerful knowledge, and it would seem to you that this is truly just someone who has unique, high level knowledge. In this case, about
Sure.
the outer planes and these conjunctions, his research and everything that would benefit Vecna is just different from a secret.
Sure.
Cool. I'm wondering if I was thinking about the necklace of adaptation that he has, and I'm kind of like,
Oh.
he can keep that, right?
Yeah.
He
Unless you
probably
wanna
looks
sell it,
cute.
but I don't
Really
think we
cute.
need it. Yeah.
Like every twink needs a fun necklace. So, like,
Every twink needs a fun necklace.
hell yeah. Okay, cool. We've
Yeah.
checked on him, and I think let's we look forward to reading your published works, and we are glad you're safe. And I hope you can see. I hope you can take time to rest after your ordeal.
Yes.
Please rest well.
Yes, and thank you again for saving my skin. That was a really scary situation.
Super duper
Think-
suck, dude.
Think nothing of it. When you do get around to getting those that information written down, would you mind sending us a copy directly so that we may have it as soon as we could? We believe it still could be helpful in one way or another.
Of course, yes.
When that does become available, feel free to send it to this address, and I pull out the map and I point at the big blue rectangle.
Okay, here's an Andrea pitch. Can we call our new house the Twink Cage?
Jesus Christ.
I don't think Boss wants her kids in the twink cage. I don't know.
Play a gay bar on the weekend.
Oh my
You've been in a
God.
gay bar at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday? Like, come on.
I mean, I cannot stress this enough. Kazen's vest is a crop top. Like it is.
Yes!
Like it is. We are prepared.
Excellent.
Delicious, delicious. We are being fed. We love it.
Maybe it's like our fun nickname for it is the Twink Cage.
We don't put it on any signs, but people who go there know that
Yeah.
that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Nice.
Insane. All right.
Okay. Okay, so he agrees to do that.
You're giving a lot of people our address.
2 people.
What are they gonna do about it? Fight us?
Damn.
We-
Kaz don't give a
Just saying.
fuck.
I mean,
He's like, I'm not gonna give the guards my name, but here's where I live.
oh, 100%. Because then, and I'm gonna like start talking about this quietly so nobody else hears us.
He's like,
Because
because you can
then-
torch places.
Exactly, you could burn places, but then when you win, you can give them something to fear by giving them your name, and then
Wow.
that's why I withhold information from people that I think will be threats.
Man, we really need to work on your people skills, buddy. Anyway, we should
So
probably head back.
aggressively under 25 coded in a way that I can't handle.
Anyway, back to the Twink Cage. It's like the Bat Cave, but funner.
Incredible.
Excellent.
And what are we getting rid of?
I mean,
Yeah.
so we like selling.
Yeah, did we want to get rid of
If we want to get rid of
Anything?
the like, it was like a set or two of clothes,
yeah.
and then if we want to get rid of the drift globe or the snow globe or the golden helmet from New Me.
I think we should keep the drift globe, but probably get rid of the helmet and like the snow globe
Sure.
and the clothes,
Sure.
I guess. If that works.
Totally.
Cool.
So we're selling that stuff?
Yes.
If possible, yes.
Okay. Did you guys want to like actually roleplay going to a market, or do we want to just exchange?
I'm fine just doing an exchange.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the helmet would sell for 280 gold.
Cool.
Okay.
The drift globe would give you another.
Oh,
We're
not the drift
keeping
globe,
the drift
the snow
globe, but we're
globe.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So what else were you selling?
Some 2 sets of like fancy clothing that we got.
The robes.
Oh
The
yeah,
robes
that
earlier
was
on.
50
Like-
each.
50 each. Okay.
Yes.
They're 200. Damn. Snow globe. Unless we want to give the snow globe to I don't know, a
The
child.
kids. I mean, Ross does have a lot of them.
And they live there now, so like it'd be fun.
Yeah, why don't we just leave it in the house? We leave it
Yeah.
in the Twink Cage.
We do need decoration for the big house.
Twink Cage.
For the Twink.
All right, the
villain.
big house. Both of them sound like gay bars.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the big house sounds like a clown themed one, which
Yeah,
is
the big house
I
is like
would-
it's called it's like the big house on weekdays, and then like on weeknights it's the Twink Cage.
yes.
Yeah,
I thought the
Or, like,
big house was
nighttime
for
it's-
bears.
the big house is for bears. Incredible. Yeah, but we can leave it there. We'll keep it around as like a nice. We live in this town now.
Okay, cool. That works.
Tchotchke. So we earned
So we-
480 out of that.
Yeah.
And then also while we're out, Alaska would just refill her wine skins so that she has more fancy wine.
Okay.
No.
And did we want to split up the cashweed one or
Sure. So we've got 2,500 and 480. So
2980 divided by 5?
yeah,
596.
596.
I fully forgot to give Nathan 500 gold.
Oh, just
So yeah.
do that.
Yep.
Easy retcon.
Yep.
Okay.
596 was it? Yeah.
596, yeah.
Great.
So now we DM Morty and go to the wizard cave.
TM Morty.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. We contact the great wizard Mordenkainen through the illustrious sending stones to enter the what's a good word? The arcane tower of.
Got a name, didn't they? For the spot?
It's
Sigil.
somewhere in Sigil. Yeah.
Sigil. On our quest to Sigil. Sigil quest.
Sigil quest.
The big
Cool.
house.
The big house.
Maybe the main house can be called the big house, but the like Odysseia and Pumpkins is the twin cage.
Sure. Yep.
You will hear name in Pumpkin Eye's house?
Well, because we all like the big house, but we also most of us like the twin cage.
I'll give up my living space for the twink cage. I will sleep literally anywhere.
We'll figure it out. Even if we don't like it as twin cage, I think twin cage is funny.
It is very funny.
We
I
can-
do agree.
That'll be the penalty box for whenever.
We can call one of the bathrooms the twink cage.
That makes perfect sense. Yes, that's accurate.
Nice.
One of the
That's the
bathrooms
most
is the
accurate
twin
one
cage.
so far.
All right.
All right. So, was anything else happening before contacting Mordenkainen?
I don't think so. I think we're good, right?
I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
that's our
Crossed
list.
everything off our list. Yeah.
Yeah, checked it all off. So
All right.
onward.
So, sending that
Skedaddle.
message, you will get a response from Mordenkainen saying, "Illustrial will meet you at the south gate of Neverwinter."
Great.
Okay. If we just head there, she will meet you outside the south gate. We're over here. Standing next to a glowing circle of insignias on the ground. Most of you would all of you would immediately be able to recognize this is a teleportation circle. And she's just going to wave you over to it and stand in the middle with her hands outstretched.
Hello again.
Seems that our meeting again is happening quicker than we expected. This is good news.
Great.
Very cool.
Are we going back to Sigil, or are we going to the next where the
I will have to take you
piece
back
of the rock?
to Sigil, where we have the portal ready to send you to the Underdark.
Mm,
Ooh.
there's a layover.
All right. And she, once you're all in, will recite a few words that makes the circle glow and teleports you back here,
There we are.
where we'll see Mordenkainen and Tasha toiling away at books at their desks,
Pretty.
and Illustrial will lead you over here to the portal.
I would make sure to stop by Mordenkainen to make sure to see if he has the other set of sending stones.
Yeah, to do the sending stone trade off.
Mhm.
Yes, he will basically silently hand them off to you as you're passing by. It's clear
Wait.
that both he and Tasha are like really deep in what they're doing right now.
Perfect. I would give a thank you as I walk by and take it.
Okay.
So, Underdark, any other information we need to know before we snap into this immediately glowing circle?
Yes. Oops. I messed up a page.
I'm so excited for the Underdark. The Underdark is so cool.
We were there for a hot second.
We're in the Shadowfell.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what the maps are gonna look like. I bet that'll look sick as hell.
Gonna be fucking sick, dude.
Aw.
Okay. Mordenkainen is going to speak up when you ask that and say, you're going to a place called Webb's Edge. This is a place of secret meeting for very privileged cultists of Loth.
Oh.
Everybody make a history or religion check.
Do I have a good religion? No.
Religion or what?
Or
History?
history.
Sorry. History.
Oh, they're both high. All right.
Okay. So, Kazan,
Mhm.
you are, I mean, Loth is very well-known deity, so you are aware, you know, that
she
she is,
exists.
yeah, she's a demon spider god, basically.
Cousin of
Oh,
your mom.
Spider God. Okay.
Yep,
Ye-
she's dope. She's dope as hell.
Yep.
She's so cool.
The rest of you
She's so-
know significantly more information, but it basically boils down to, like, there are a few entities in this universe that are, like, embody evil more than Loth. She is just, like, pure chaotic evil. Her whole MO is torture and just maniacally, what is the word
Being
I'm
a dick
looking
for the sake of being a dick.
Pretty much, yeah. Being a dick for the sake of being a dick. Like, even to her devotees and followers, like, that they understand that they're just going to accept, like, torture and poor treatment, and somehow that is okay to them. She is primarily followed and worshipped by Drow. And she basically appears in, like, one of two ways in every way that she's depicted. One of them is the more well-known, like, basically spider body with a human torso, or sorry, Drow torso to head. Or she sometimes does appear as, like, just a full head-to-toe Drow woman, with all sorts of like spider insignia and shapes and things that she would wear.
Cool.
Demon spider god is definitely, like, the best way to describe what she is.
Great.
Okay.
Bad as hell.
Yeah,
No, thank you.
Yeah. He'll say, unfortunately, there's not much else that we know about this place. You will just want to be prepared for some of the most cruel and unruly cultists that you may ever encounter.
All right, understood. Yeah.
Illustrio is going to hold up a small chime-looking item toward you. We'll say Bast, since you're right there in front of her. This is something that would be likely highly useful when we, well, if we are able to find Vecna specifically, but I think it will be helpful along the way as well. And she's going to cast a spell at you, Bast.
I don't counter.
Okay. This is
But I'm kidding.
Roll initiative.
this is Illustrial basically casting Identify for you so that you can understand what this is. You now have a Chime of Exile.
Ooh. Strange.
That sounds so like 2000s like horror, not horror, like sci-fi fantasy coded, and it's
Yeah. I'll read this off for you really quick.
Ooh.
This silver chime is engraved with delicate magic sigils. While holding the
Oh, hell
chime,
yeah.
you can use an action to cast a banishment spell with a save DC of 20. And if the target of the spell has 50 hit points or fewer, it automatically fails.
Hell yeah.
50 hit points or fewer. That's one.
Yes.
Damn.
Is that max or current?
Current.
Okay. That's cool
And
as fuck.
then it can be used only once until the next dawn. So once
Yeah.
per day.
Do I need to be attuned to it?
Nope.
Awesome.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah. That is.
You got it?
Yeah.
Great.
All
I will not
right.
add it to my list.
Yeah, it's in my equipment.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Best of luck on the beginning of this journey then. And she is going to wave her hands at the portal and it will open up for you to step through. It's not. There it is. Through the other side of the portal, you see basically just darkness.
I grab, for the sake of Pumpkin, I'm going to grab, or is it grab or summon? I think it's grab. I'm going to grab my my staff of power, which I have not looked at yet, and cast light on it. But as I pull it out, it has fully shifted, like its shape and design and the like metalwork that like a silver staff with golden spirals has fully changed into
Oh boy.
rolling up to find it to see how I described it.
What? Yeah, because it changes with your alignment, doesn't it?
It does, but that's not why I had that. Why I had it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, the silver and gold turned to a kind of like a dark onyx with a pure metallic black spiral instead. And then there's like a at the bottom of the end that was kind of like a more of a bulbous shape, like an orb. It just shoots straight out, almost like a fang.
Nice.
I have a theory now, and I don't like it.
And then I cast light on it. I kind of look at it, I shrug my shoulders, and just turn to everyone else.
Okay.
That's that does not. Is it the same staff?
Feels the same. I'm attuned to it the same as the other ones. The other one, excuse me.
I dislike this, but she's otherwise ready to walk through the portal. Are we portaling? Team?
Yeah, I think so.
Friends?
I'm ready.
Comrades? Great.
Does anyone want a tincture before we head out?
Map. I'm feeling pretty good, but thank you. kindly.
Fantastic.
What kind of
Alright.
tinctures do you have?
I
Because
mean,
where's to sell?
they're for health. They're for some clear up your skin. Some just are for happiness and just feeling better in general.
Maybe when we get back, I'll try that happiness one, see what that is like.
All right, all right.
Oh,
Woof.
oh, honey.
I love this so much.
Okay.
One of them just a straight antidepressant.
That we
Get this kid on some
SSRIs, yeah.
it's just Zoloft. It's
Poor kid. Okay. So we jump into a spooky portal?
Yeah. What other kind of portals would there be?
You know, that's fair.
one of these days it's gonna open up to an upper plane and it'll be all cool and
Yeah.
shiny.
It'll be nice, and there won't be bad things coming for us.
Okay. Going through,
That day is not today.
Where are we?
we'll
All the
arrive
way on
at
the-
a doorway.
Ooh.
It's actually supposed to be open. 1 second.
Why do I see 2 doors? 2 doors?
Yeah, it's a double door.
Oh, fun.
Whoa.
Okay.
Fancy.
Behind you, your portal will persist. You can't see it, but Alestrio would have explained that it will remain there until you come back. And this opens up to the remains of mold-covered broken wagons and barrels. Humanoid skeletal remains lie strewn about, their swords and armor bent and rusted. Something gleams next to the bodies propped up along the northern wall. Right up here. And double doors to the east and pathways to the north and south are what you can see with Hazen's light and any dark vision you currently have. This is fun art. Please enjoy it.
Ooh, ominous.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got to touch that thing. We've got to touch that thing.
Like this.
And actually, looking at our time, this is looking like a perfect
Yeah,
place
I
for
don't
us
like
to
that.
call it a day.
Spooky.
All right.
Spooky.
That's gonna be it for today, guys. We'll call it there. I believe we're back in 2 weeks. Yeah. Before the schedule gets wonky.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think, yes, 2 weeks, the 22nd.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Cool. And we should have a pumpkin back as well. So perfect timing for the beginning of a dungeon.
Adjourn.
All right.
Dun-dun.
Well, say goodnight, everybody.
Spoilers.
We're out of here. Oh.
Good
night,
night, everybody. We're out of
everybody.
here.
Incredible.